Hello there, this is a cat's whisker what I'm going to tie for you that's a little bit different to all of them that's out there. So I'll just put some green eyes on. This foam, it's a yoga block foam, what I've cut myself. So the different colours, so the colour of this, it ain't on the market. So if you go on yoga blocks in eBay, you'll see loads of different ones, dead cheap. The only thing with them, ideally you need to bake them in, cut them all, just chamfer the edges and bake them in the oven just for a bit, just to give them a bit of firmness. They are a little bit soft, but if you're catching fish on them, you ain't bothered about that, you just change them. So I'll get on with tying it and we'll see how we go. The thread I'm using is UTC Fire Orange, so that it can get a bit of a collar on right at the end. So first I'm going to put the tail in, which is marabou, white marabou, and because I'm doing these for my comp box, I'm using craft marabou. And again, if you put in craft feathers, you'll come up with all different coloured marabou. Some of them you have to get the right ones. These, I found a place where the colour don't leak and what have you, so they're good. So you can use all these short ones, what they give you, ideal size for comp flies, instead of buying some of the deer marabou now, which is like everything in the world at the minute, everything's going mad, and then you're tearing half of it off and not using it. So I've just tore that about 2.5 pinches, 3 pinches. That's all we want for the tail. So now I'm just going to pinch it there. That's it. That's basically, you know, for the waste that you've got, rather than half the feather, half the fibres, sorry, when you pull them off. So just wet it. Always wet your marabou when you're doing comp flies, and then you know it's at its fullest stretch when you're tying them in. So get out to the front of your eye, have a little look, that'll about do there. Pinch her, get your scissors, cut her off, pull your fluff out. It's essential you get rid of that fluff for when you're tying in. We've all had flies where when you're using them, the feathers fall out, the fibres fall out, and it's because people don't move that fluff, don't remove it. So get yourself a few turns on there and just come back a little bit, maybe about there. Just wet it, we should be in. Just check, yeah, we're well in. Right, next we're going to put a bit of green body. And this is a 5mm Fritz, not sure whose it is, just comes on the card. Just in a cat green or chartreuse colour. What colour you like your boobies to be in. If you've got a certain colour, if it's chartreuse or the cat green, you tie them in that. That's what you're confident with. Right, this can be a little bit of a devil trying to, because it's short, so I'll wet it just slightly. Try and pull the fibres back. You can actually twist it and just keep going over it and you'll get a nice thick body. I like just to try and pull the fibres back a little bit so they're all going one way. And it is a nightmare, trust me. Excuse fingers while I'm doing it. You just want one more turn in there just to push them back, look. And that's it, and then you've got that nice little small fluffy body. So get a turn in to catch it. And that's it. Excuse while I just cut this off. Right, that's that. Right, your next part is a great part. This is what a lot of people You think some things sometimes, and I thought of just doing this. Someone might have done it before, I don't know. But I think it gives this fly just a lovely look. Really nice look. So you take, I've got 3 small pinches, and wet it. Get it so you're all the same, rip it off. And wet this end, roll it in your fingers like that. Just roll it. That's it, get rid of all them loose fibres. Right, now turn it upside down. Yep, you're putting legs on it. So hold that underneath. Now, I've not seen a cat's whisker out there with this done to it. So get a few turns on it. Come in with your scissors, snip it away. Snip your excess away. It's got a little bit there. All right. Right, and pull it up. Let's get a few nice tight turns on that. And that's going to hold that underneath there. That'll come to life very shortly. So what I'm going to do is get another feather. And get rid of the rubbish bit. Right, here we go. These are about 10mm rips I'm doing on this. So I've got 3 10mm rips of feather. Because when you're doing match flies, I was told put as much in them as you can, because you ain't got a lot of length there. Not like the old lures where you can go any length you like. So let's get that, wet it. Nice and wet, look. And offer it up. Got your length. Snip that away, get rid of your rubbish. And pull your fluff out again. Essential you do that bit on this one, as you'll be pulling all these little fibres out, and then as soon as you get a fish on, you'll be lost your wing. So yeah, so it's just behind the booby eyes, look, and pull it through a little bit. Catch her. 1, 2, 3. Nice tight turns. Nice tight turns. Right. That's that bit. Right. Next, I'm going to just build a little collar there. That's what I'm doing. Right. So let's use fingers. So I want a nice orangey red collar just there. That's the trigger point for the fish. Yep, that's it. That's all I want. Right, next, 2 red goose billets. These are only fairly skinny ones, to be honest with you. But again, size wise, pull 2 out like that. Snip them off right at the bottom, because they get tied in the opposite way around. So let's part them for starters. Put one on the bench. So get it the right way around, so the bright side's your side. I'll tie in your side first so you can see it. Get halfway up the body. Get 1, 2 turns, not hideously tight. Yep, she's good. And get 1 tie that's really tight. You're going to put a few turns on this, so that's the one. Get rid of that. You could even put a bit of bright stuff, Round this is a collar, just to get a bit more vibrance around just behind them eyes. I don't like that. Let's go further up. Let's just move out. All right, that's better. 3 turns, nice and tight. Right, now I've got to snip this one away. What you need to do is push it down, snip her away. And that's it. Right, now just pull it all back, get a few nice tight turns on them. What you're doing is building up that collar. Don't matter, because that's the trigger point. Then whatever fluid you like to use to finish off for doing your heads or whatever, just put a little bit on there. I'm using bug off, because I use bug off for everything. Then let's get it tied off. That behind the eyes, just pull that eyes back a little bit. Ooh, we're going to lose this too. 1 for 2 turns on this one. Get a couple more on there. Just slipped on the finishing off tool. There we go. Right, let's have a look at these. So that one's a bit long. So basically, just snip it back. That's how you went. So you both sides. Look, got a nice red underneath, nice hot spot. It's wetter. How good does that look? That's a great boober. Absolute great pulling boober. That bit underneath just makes it. I think that's, but I'm going to put out there, one of the best cat whisker boobies out there that I know of anyway. So get a few of them in your box. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. You can find this on my YouTube channel, John Kirk Fly Tying. Thanks for watching, everybody, and get some of them in your box.